Hello Sagittarius, my name is Keith Haswell and I'm a professional astrologer. I won't spend a lot of time, Sagittarius, talking about myself here or introducing myself, because I've got over 150 YouTube videos up there now on all aspects of personal and spiritual growth, and they collectively have had over 1/3 viewings, so chances are is that you've already seen one of those videos, and that's why you're here looking at this particular one. So suffice to say that you, Sagittarius, are a very powerful spiritual being, okay? You are primarily a spiritual being. You're not a human being seeking a spiritual aspect of yourself. You are a spiritual being expressing yourself at the level of consciousness that's called the human. Now, I'm going to help you here to understand the type of events and conditions that you'll be experiencing, Sagittarius, in May and June 2015, to help you to understand what's going on in your life to do with the hurdles in your life, okay? Look, all of us are in a giant spiritual classroom, Sagittarius, and we set ourselves certain tests and hurdles that we have to jump and overcome, obstacles that we have to overcome, because that's the only way that we grow. Sagittarius, we don't grow through having everything going along nice and smoothly in our life. We grow by overcoming obstacles and jumping hurdles, and in that obstacles and hurdles, by overcoming them, we develop qualities, principles and values within ourselves in which we lack. And that's what life is all about. So what I'm going to do for you is I'm going to lay out the testing cycles and the obstacles that you've set up for yourself. Karma is never assigned, it's always chosen, that you have set for yourself during this 2-month period of May and June 2015. I'm going to look at the movements of Mars and Saturn. They're the two malefics, what you might say, that create the stresses and tensions in our life and that create the obstacles and hurdles for us to be able to jump. So I'm going to look at the movements of them through the houses of your horoscope during May and June 2015 to see what sort of test that you've set for yourself there. And then I'm going to look at the joy which comes from the movements of the Sun and Venus and Jupiter, the benefics, through the houses of your horoscope during this 2-month period. So just sit back and relax, Sagittarius, and enjoy the journey here with me. You're a very philosophical type of person, Sagittarius, and you're very, very goal-oriented. You do need to have a progressive goal to work towards in life, so you're always seeking to expand yourself to new horizons, and you do that through either travel or else through study, research and investigation of the philosophies of life. Now I'm going to put it on a timeline for you, and we start off with Mars is in the on the 1st of May is in the 6th house of your horoscope until I tell you that it changes, okay? Now with Mars in the 6th house of your horoscope, Sagittarius, there's potential there for conflicts with co-workers, tensions and stresses in your life to do with health and dietary matters, accidents involving domestic pets, accidents on the job, stresses and tensions that you have to overcome there and with people that you work with. Just try and relax a bit more with the people that you work with. Some of them might be a little bit more dominant than usual and so forth, and you can respond in kind and end up having a problem there with your job. So there's stresses and tensions potentially through diet and exercise and health matters and so on and so forth. Now then Mars moves into the 7th house of your horoscope, the house of your partner and relationships, on the 12th of May. When Mars is in the 7th house, which it remains there for 2 or 3 weeks, when Mars is in the 7th house of your horoscope, there's potential for conflicts with your partner, if you have one. There's conflicts and tensions there. They'll be rather dominant and assertive in their nature and perhaps a little bit aggressive, and so you've got to try and absorb that and there's potential for stresses and tensions with the general public whilst out and about. Legal matters can come to the fore and cause problems for you. So you just got to try and be careful about your interactions with your partner or spouse and the opposite sex generally, and to do with legal matters during this particular phase. Now then we look at Mars moves into the 8th house of your horoscope on the 25th of June. With Mars in the 8th house of your horoscope, there's potential for conflicts with your partner to do with joint finances, Sagittarius. Joint finances can produce tension, conflicts and arguments. There's a lot of tension inside of yourself on sexual levels with Mars in the 8th house of your horoscope, particularly if you're male. There's tensions and conflicts inside of yourself to do with changes that you're trying to bring about and obstacles that you're trying to overcome within yourself that you're having difficulty with, okay? Now we look at Saturn for you, Sagittarius, and Saturn is sitting in the 1st house of your horoscope for the whole of this 2-month period. Now with Saturn in the 1st house of your horoscope, Saturn is the embodiment of the law of economy. It's the embodiment of the 3rd ray, which rules the law of economy. And when Saturn is in the 1st house of your horoscope, basically Saturn is trying to say to you that if anything that you commence or start in this 2-month period has got to be well thought out, well planned, and be very practical and down to earth in a structure of a plan to get it going, okay? Anything that you're commencing or starting has got to be practical, down to earth, well organised and well planned. Otherwise you're going to experience frustrations and difficulties with regard to your personal initiatives in your life, okay? Now we look at the joy and the happiness in your life through the movements of the Sun, Venus and Jupiter as they go through the houses of your horoscope, Sagittarius, during this particular 2-month period, okay? Now we start off the month on the 1st of May with the Sun in the 6th house of your horoscope, and until I tell you that it makes a change, it's there in the 6th house of your horoscope, seeing a focus of your personality upon health and dietary matters, exercise, rituals, routines, diet, matters relating to work and employment and health all come to the fore there of your personality during this time. So you're wanting to improve yourself through health regimes and exercise regimes and looking after yourself with your health and right sleeping patterns, right diet and things like that. Venus is in the 7th house of your horoscope. You see, all of us are in a giant spiritual classroom, Sagittarius, and all of us are setting paths for ourselves there, tests for ourselves in which that we want to grow and reach and stretch through those tests, okay? And with Venus in the 7th house of your horoscope, until I tell you that it makes a change, it's a beneficial time from the 1st of May onwards until I tell you that it makes a change in regard to relationships and partnerships and your spouse. So you'll be very affectionate with your partner, they'll be very affectionate with you, and it's a very good time for expressing your love to that partner of yours. Then we have the first change comes on the 8th of May when Venus moves into the 8th house of your horoscope, Sagittarius. With Venus in the 8th house of your horoscope, there's going to be a heightening of your sex drive for the next 2 or 3 weeks, especially if you're female. There's benefits financially through joint finances with your partner if you have one. And there's a great deal of love for the mysteries of life. So you'll be wanting to delve into the occult and hidden side of life and the mysteries of life after death and things like that. Now then we look at the Sun, which changes into the 7th house of your horoscope on the 22nd of May, and it remains there for 30 days. Now with the Sun in the 7th house of your horoscope, there's a focus of your personality upon your relationship with your partner, if you have one, and a strengthening of ties if you don't have one. Legal matters can come to the fore, but you want to be out and about also in dealing with the general public and mixing with the general public in parades and shopping centres and things like that when the Sun is in the 7th house of your horoscope. Now then on the 6th of June, Sagittarius, Venus moves into the 9th house of your horoscope, and that begins a period of 2 or 3 weeks which is very beneficial for you for travel. It's very beneficial socially through in-laws and relatives who live distantly from you can travel and visit, or you can travel and visit to see relatives who live distantly from you. It's a very good time for you for love and expression of love, and with anybody who's involved with you in regard to adult education or philosophy or religious and spiritual and philosophical pursuits, okay? Now then on the 22nd of June, the Sun moves into the 8th house of your horoscope, Sagittarius, and remains there for 30 days. With the Sun in the 8th house of your horoscope for 30 days, very intense in terms of spiritual growth and development within yourself. Introspection and reflection is the order of the day. And there's a focus upon joint finances and expenditure there, and anything to do with the occult and spiritual side of life and the mysteries of life after death and stuff like that. So there's a focus there of your personality upon wanting to make changes inside of yourself, of outgrown habit patterns that you feel as if you want to get rid of. Now I want to look at the movements of Jupiter for you, Sagittarius, because Jupiter is your ruler. And with Jupiter, it's in the 9th house of your horoscope during this whole 2-month period. And that's a very beneficial time for you for travel. It's very favourable for travelling or for having people travel to visit you. It's a very good cycle for you, that 2-month period, for you to do with the expansion of your understanding, if not through travel, then through adult education and philosophy, and deeper aspects of yourself will come to the fore during that time. Jupiter in the 9th house of your horoscope is a beautiful thing to have during this 2-month period, so it's a good time for you to curl up with a good book, to delve into adult education in any way, shape or form in order to expand yourself to new understandings and new horizons. Now Jupiter is moving very fast during this time, Sagittarius. It moves between 13 degrees Leo and 21 degrees Leo. And because it's moving so fast, it can form conjunctions with planets that you have between 13 and 21 degrees Leo. So if you have any planets there between 13 and 21 degrees Leo in your horoscope, I advise you to get your horoscope number 2 or 3 done by me so that I can elucidate on what the impact of those Jupiterian conjunctions are, because they're very beneficial conjunctions for you to have happening, okay? And that's about all that I wanted to do for you here, Sagittarius, as far as the events and conditions of your life are concerned. But before I do go, I want to steer you towards a video of mine that I've just produced 2 weeks ago. And that video is the most liked video. In other words, there's the largest percentage of people have ticked the like box on that particular video than any of my other 150 videos, okay? The title of the video, Sagittarius, is The Meaning of Your Dreams, and it is an incredible insight into why we dream in the first place and what goes on in your dreams and what the meaning and purpose of your dreams are. It's an incredible expansion of your consciousness when you watch a video like that. It's not for everybody. You're not going to see that there's been 50,000 viewings or something in this 2 weeks, because there's not a video that is a cat playing a piano or a baby dancing in a nappy that seems to appeal to the smaller minds. You're on the crest of the wave of evolution. You are a giant spiritually, and so therefore you're ready to make changes inside of yourself that you weren't ready to make perhaps even a month ago, okay? So by watching this video, and you'll see that it is an incredible insight into your dreams, it will give you a tremendous boost spiritually as well, and urge you on towards wanting to expand your understanding further because of what you've learned from that particular video, okay? God and Goddess love you, and they know your name, Sagittarius, and they want you to become all that you can be and more. So I urge you to go to my website. The website address is always there in the description of my video. go to my website and to the YouTube video page of my website, and you can scroll down and watch that video by clicking on the link. And then if you want to go further, you can go to the free CD page of my website and start downloading some of those CDs there. 12 CDs there that are free from my first book, What Really Matters, a book on astrology, meditation and reincarnation. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you go with regard to that video, and I'm happy to do horoscope number 2 and 3 for you if you want something in more depth and more personal for you. So nice to talk with you, Sagittarius, and I look forward to following your progress as you go on. Thank you.